Imagine looking out into the vastness of the universe, billions of light years, and then you realize that nearly half of all the normal stuff, stars, planets, even us, it just seems to be missing, gone. For decades, this has been a huge puzzle in astronomy, really baffling. So in this deep dive, we're going to unpack exactly where that missing matter seems to have been hiding. And we can do this thanks to some, well, frankly, amazing cosmic signals called fast radio bursts. Our source is a great piece from Science Alert just out called Fast Radio Bursts Reveal Where the Universe's Missing Matter is Hiding. We'll dig into how these incredibly powerful, but really short signals acted like cosmic flashlights, illuminating the invisible. Okay, let's get into it.
Yeah, it's fascinating because we're not talking about dark matter or dark energy here. This is baryonic matter.
Normal matter.
Exactly. The stuff we should be able to see or at least detect. Stars, gas, dust, planets. Everything made of protons and neutrons. It's about 5% of the total universe budget, let's say.
Right. And the whole mystery really kicks off because scientists had a solid number for how much should be there, didn't they?
Precisely. Thanks to studying the cosmic microwave background.
The CMB, that echo from the Big Bang.
That's the one. It's like a baby picture of the universe. And it gave us a really precise count of the baryons present way back then, a cosmic starting inventory.
Okay.
But when astronomers added up all the baryonic matter they could actually find today in galaxies and gas clouds,
It didn't match up.
not even close. Only about half of what the CMB predicted seemed to be accounted for. A huge discrepancy.
Well, it wasn't really a question of if it existed, but just where.
I like how Liam Connor from Harvard-Smithsonian put it.
Yeah, he nailed it. The decades-old missing baryon problem was never about whether the matter existed. It was always, where is it?
And that where was the big unknown for so long. Must have been frustrating.
Absolutely.
Which brings us to these fast radio bursts, FRBs, kind of the unlikely heroes here. And these things are a whole other mystery, right? Super short, super intense bursts of radio waves. Oh, absolutely. We're talking maybe milliseconds long, but packing the energy of like 500 million suns. Just incredible power.
Wow. And the leading theory is magnetars.
That's the current best guess, yeah.
Yeah.
Erupting magnetars, these hypermagnetized neutron stars.
Okay, but their origin isn't even the main point for this story. It's how we can use them.
Exactly. What makes them so useful here is that they come from everywhere, all over the sky, huge range of distances. Some have traveled for over 9 billion years.
9 billion years. So the radio waves from these bursts have traveled through a lot of space.
A vast amount.
Yeah.
And scientists realize, okay, even though the space between galaxies, the intergalactic medium, is incredibly thin.
Almost empty.
Almost.
Yes.
But over those immense distances, even that super tenuous gas can leave a mark on an FRB signal.
How does that work? Does it slow the signal down or?
It's mainly about dispersion. As the radio waves zip through ionized gas, mostly hydrogen atoms stripped of their electrons, those free electrons interact with the waves. And they interact slightly differently depending on the wave's frequency. Higher frequencies get slowed down just a tiny bit less than lower frequencies.
Ah, so the signal gets sort of smeared out.
Exactly. Stretched. The high-frequency parts arrive fractionally earlier than the low-frequency parts.
And by measuring that tiny time difference.
By measuring that dispersion, yeah, you can calculate precisely how much ionized gas, how much baryonic matter the signal must have passed through on its journey.
So Liam Connor's analogy of cosmic flashlights makes perfect sense.
It really does. He said they shine through the fog of the intergalactic medium. And by precisely measuring how the light slows down, we can weigh that fog even when it's too faint to see.
Weighing the fog. I like that. But it still sounds incredibly challenging measuring that effect on something so faint.
It is. You need sensitive telescopes.
Yeah.
But the FRBs themselves, despite being short, are so intrinsically bright that the signal, even after billions of years, still carries that dispersion signature clearly.
Okay, so Connor and his team, they looked at a whole bunch of these.
They did. They analyzed 60 FRBs, carefully looking at the dispersion measure for each one.
60 signals coming from different directions, different distances.
Right, giving them a good sample of different pathways through the universe.
And the big reveal. What did weighing all that cosmic fog tell them?
It told them where the missing matter is. The data was really clear. Their calculations showed that most of it, something like 76%.
3/4, basically.
Pretty much, yeah. 3/4 of all the normal matter in the universe is just out there in the vast spaces between galaxies.
And it's part of the intergalactic medium.
Exactly. Mostly is diffuse hydrogen gas. It confirms this idea of the cosmic web, these huge filamentary structures of gas and dark matter connecting galaxies.
Yeah.
We're actually weighing those filaments now.
Wow, so it wasn't in galaxies, it was between them all along.
Mostly, yes. Then their analysis suggests another, maybe 15% or so, is found within the dark matter halos that surround galaxies and galaxy clusters.
These giant invisible structures where galaxies live?
Right. These huge gravitational wells, made mostly of dark matter, but they trap some normal matter too.
And the rest?
The rest is what we actually see easily. The stars, the gas inside galaxies, the interstellar medium. That makes up the smallest fraction.
So adding that all up, the 76% between galaxies, the 15% in halos, the bit inside galaxies, that finds the missing half.
It does. It closes the budget. It solves that decades-old "where is it?" question. Connor was right. Most of it is just floating between galaxies in the cosmic web.
That really feels like a huge piece of the cosmic puzzle falling into place. You can see why Vikram Ravi at Caltech called it a triumph of modern astronomy.
Definitely. Ravi also said, "We're beginning to see the universe's structure and composition in a whole new light, thanks to FRBs."
Using these brief flashes to trace otherwise invisible matter, it's brilliant.
It really is. And, while this work, published in Nature Astronomy, gives us the where,
There's always a next question, isn't there?
always. The next big one is how. How did all that matter end up out there in the intergalactic medium? Was it blown out of galaxies? Is it pristine material that never fell in?
Understanding that would tell us a lot about galaxy formation and evolution.
Exactly. Figuring out the distribution and the history of this gas is crucial for understanding the entire 13.8 billion year story of the universe. It's a whole new research area opening up.
So we've journeyed from this long-standing mystery, half the normal stuff gone missing, to pinpointing it in the vast, diffuse cosmic web, all thanks to these fleeting, super powerful, fast radio bursts.
Yeah, the universe's invisible structure is slowly coming into view.
It makes you wonder, doesn't it, if FRBs could act as these cosmic flashlights, revealing matter so spread out it was effectively invisible. Well, what else is hiding out there? What other invisible cosmic components are just waiting for the right tool, the right phenomenon, to suddenly light them up and tell us their story? What else is waiting for its flashlight?